Now, let's bring our attention closer to home. We'll keep those live pictures up from the United States. Portland, Oregon is where you're seeing those images now of the large crowds again gathering. But let's bring our attention closer to home and quite a significant meeting today, Andrew, of the Expenditure Review Committee, which has been looking at the residential construction package, which you broke the news of on Sunday.
Yes, that's right. New homeowner grants. The question is, what form will they take, Kieran? So the Expenditure Review Committee of Cabinet nutting out the details of the federal government's residential construction package today, might be announced Wednesday or more likely Thursday, with one idea that has been considered, a GST rebate, perhaps capped at $50,000 on all new home builds. The government has been at pains in its stimulus measures to use existing systems for all those schemes, including JobKeeper, which is judged on GST receipts. And it looks like the new home and renovation grant could take similar form. Under this scheme, those building a new home or undertaking a substantial renovation could be refunded the GST they pay on the build or exempted from GST on the build, effectively giving them a 10% cut on the project with perhaps a cap of up to $50,000 in value. Certainly this has been suggested to the government by industry. We've also seen speculated a means test on those who could access the grant, and I believe that has been under consideration. What's been speculated there is an annual salary of $200,000 a household. The Housing Industry Association in particular has been suggesting this type of rebate system, while developers have been calling for grants in the vicinity of $50,000 separately. They both meet on the same sum, $50,000. If the government were to do this, it would really be an extraordinary gift in terms of a grant. We've only seen in Australia up to $25,000 before for new homeowner grants, usually more around $7,000, $10,000, $15,000 maximum in terms of grants. But it seems the property sector, the construction sector is in such a bad way, and that has such a bad flow-on effect to manufacturing, that the federal government's seriously considering this sort of assistance, because they're expecting a 30 to 50% decline in residential construction. Otherwise, the UDIA, that's a developer lobby, they've come up with their proposal. Let's have a look. A $50,000 consumer new home starter incentive for dwelling construction, targeting 60,000 new starts in 24 months. They say the cost would be $4.5 billion over 18 months. You'd see 10,000 slabs by September 30, 2020, another 10,000 by December, another 10,000 by next March, another 10,000 by next June, balance of 20,000 by December 2021. They argue this should not be means tested, rather encourage the construction of new housing at all levels. They argue the aim should be to split the allocation between capital cities and regions on a 2/3 to 1/3 basis. And they argue for prioritising and accelerating investment in enabling infrastructure projects, with $1 billion of federal funding to be matched by state co-funding to deliver $2 billion for roads, power, water and sewer that can be delivered and encourage development. Of course, off the back of this, there'll be talk of the states doing more on stamp duty and payroll tax for the construction industry as well. Industry saying 40% of the cost of a new home build, Kieran's, from taxes. The Housing Industry Association Managing Director, look, he's previously said this. In 2018-19, the industry engaged over 1 million people to commence building almost 200,000 new homes. Next year, we expect to start just 110,000 new homes, leaving up to 500,000 jobs at risk. And home building work in 2018 generated $105 billion to the Australian economy, 6% of Australia's GDP, Kieran. So you can see why the federal government's turned its attention to this area in particular. The #1 subscriber to the JobKeeper industry, construction, Kieran.
Yeah.